Biren Singh has officially been announced as the next Chief Minister of Manipur. Biren Singh has won the race for the coveted Chief Minister's post. Union Minister and Central Observer Nirmala Sitharaman announced Biren Singh's name as the new Chief Minister of the state. After nearly an hour-long meeting, Biren Singh's name has been announced as the next Chief Minister of the state. And after more than a week of suspense where people were speculating as to who will be announced as the next Chief Minister of the state, finally it is official now, viewers. Biren Singh all set to once again lead the state as the Chief Minister of Manipur. Union Minister Nirmala Sitharaman informed that the decision to choose Biren Singh was taken unanimously and expressed confidence that the BJP will ensure good governance in the state. So the suspense finally over, viewers. Biren Singh is getting a second term in office as the Chief Minister of Manipur. Yes, viewers, the big development. Finally, the suspense has come to an end. All these speculations, all the suspense on who will be appointed as the new Chief Minister has now finally come to a close. Biren Singh all set to lead the state once again for the second consecutive term as the Chief Minister of Manipur.
It's good. It's a good decision taken unanimously by everybody, and it will ensure that Manipur has a very good, stable and responsible government, which will build further, because Centre today, under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, gives special attention to the Northeast states. And therefore, I think this decision will go a long way in providing Manipur stability and a good governance, together with all the MLAs who have won, because the people of Manipur have been so good in trusting and also giving the support by electing with majority BJP government. So I thank the people of Manipur, and I assure the people of Manipur that there will be a very good government which will run for the benefit of all the people of Manipur and ensure that everyone is included in the process of development. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right, and to bring us his perspective on this, I'm being joined now over the phone by our news editor, Nabarun Goswami. Nabarun, indeed, finally the suspense has been brought to an end. Nirmala Sitharaman has finally announced that Biren Singh will be getting a second term in office as the Chief Minister of Manipur. Your thoughts at this point in time, Nabarun?
Yes, Ronak, finally the suspense is over. We have been following this development closely for the last 1 week, and Biren Singh has been named the Chief Minister once again. Biren Singh will retain his seat, his post as the Chief Minister of Manipur. Mind you, this didn't come easy. Of course, we had 2 rounds of discussions in Delhi. The first was earlier in the week, and both Biren Singh and Thongam Bisajit, the BJP leader who was considered in the race to be in the race, one of the frontrunners for the CM's post, were summoned to Delhi. On that occasion, they had a meeting with the party high command. Amit Shah, JP Nadda, and State Brigade President A. Sharda Devi also accompanied the duo. And it was thought then, Ronak, that the issue of the Chief Minister's name has been sorted when the leaders came back to Manipur. There are also reports at that point in time that the BJP leadership has decided that Biren Singh will get a second term. But then things again changed. There was another fresh twist, when the leaders came back to Manipur. Of course, nothing was clear upon arrival in Imphal. Both of them said that nothing is clear. There is no information still on who will be the next Chief Minister. The Parliamentary Board will take the call on that. That was what was said by both Biren Singh and Thongam Bisajit. Still, it was expected that Biren Singh may make the cut, but things really took a twist when both the leaders, along with Y. Khemchand, the former speaker, were once again summoned to Delhi yesterday. And, they had a meeting at 8 in the evening yesterday with the top brass, with Amit Shah and JP Nadda, as our sources have told us. And of course, we had the central observers and co-observer Nirmala Sitharaman, the central observer, and Kiran Rijiju, the co-observer, arriving in Manipur. As per the sources, Ronak, of course, the decision was more or less taken in the meeting in Delhi last evening as to who would be the next CM. Today's meeting with the MLAs was a near formality, but still it was nevertheless very crucial because the BJP, the newly elected BJP MLAs, were part of this very crucial meet, and it lasted for close to an hour. Well, we are given to understand that Thongam Biswajit may get the deputy CM's post, but we have to wait and watch. But for now, Ronak, the big story is that Biren Singh will be the Chief Minister of Manipur again. Biren Singh will lead the state for a second term, and that's the big story. Of course, we heard Nirmala Sitharaman there saying that the decision was unanimous, and she was confident that the BJP-led government, the BJP government, will deliver as far as good governance and bringing development, ushering in peace and development in Manipur is concerned. We have to wait and watch how Biswajit reacts to it, but Nirmala Sitharaman has maintained that the decision to name Biren as a chief minister once again was a unanimous one, and so there should be no issues at all. But again, you never know in politics. But for now, BJP is very much a united party there in Manipur, securing majority on its own, and Biren Singh gets a second term as CM, Ronak.
Absolutely. So, Navron, now that the name of the Chief Minister has officially been announced, can we expect the name of the Deputy Chief Minister also to be announced soon? And, is it a given that Thongam Biswajit automatically will be taking the post of the Deputy Chief Minister?
Well, most likely, Ronak, as sources are telling us, and we can expect the names of the other cabinet ministers to be out by tomorrow. We can expect the formalities as far as the government formation is concerned to take place tomorrow, because on the 19th, that is yesterday, the term of the last government came to an end. Today is a Sunday, the first Monday. Tomorrow, the 21st, and we expect these formalities to be completed by tomorrow. The picture will be clear, but sources do indicate that yes, Thongam Biswajit may get the Deputy CM's post, and there shouldn't be any problems to it. Again, we also have to watch out for what cabinet portfolios do leaders like Y. Khemchand and K. Govindas, the other important leaders, get. So it'll be quite interesting, Ronak, even though Biren Singh has been named the Chief Minister once again. It will also be quite interesting now, the second part of it, that is who gets to keep what post. That will also be very interesting because, mind you, Ronak, yes, Biren Singh and Thongam Biswajit Singh were the front runners, but we also have the names of K. Govindas and Y. Khemchand surfacing as far as the CM's post is concerned. So even they will be looking for big cabinet berth, big portfolio. So it will be very interesting how the cabinet berth is being distributed. Also, we have had parties like NPF, which was the first to extend support to the BJP, demanding at least 2 cabinet berths. And we had parties like JDU with 6 MLAs extending support. We had the KPA extending support. Of course, the JDU and the KPA haven't put in any conditions because the BJP never asked for the support in the first place, but they have given an unconditional support to the BJP, and even they might expect something sooner or later. So the cabinet portfolio distribution is the next thing to watch out for, Anand. It will be very interesting indeed.
Absolutely. Navron Goswami, thank you very much for joining us and bringing us your perspective on this big breaking news from Manipur at this point in time, viewers, putting an end to all the suspense that has been building up over the last more than a week now. And finally, Nirmala Sitharaman, the central BJP observer, announcing that Biren Singh will be the next Chief Minister of Manipur and will be taking office as the Manipur Chief Minister for the second consecutive term.